Welcome to Detecting Intelligence, the only show that treats AI like a crime scene. We bag the evidence, dust the hype for fingerprints, and interrogate the breakthroughs. Then we ask the only question that matters. Are we closer to AGI? Let's find out. Here are your hosts, Frank and Ronnie.
Morning.
GM. Happy April Fool's Day, Frank.
Happy April Fool's Day to you.
I thought you were pulling a prank on me because we didn't get our newsletter last night. We didn't get the recording. I didn't hear from you until a few minutes just before I was going live. I'm like, oh, Frank is being funny today.
I guess you haven't used your toilet yet. Watch out for the cellophane.
I did. Thank you very much. Anywho, TMI. But no, GM, good morning, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am your co-host, Ronnie, aka Dr. Manhattan, and I'm joined by my neighbor from Old Canada, Mr. Frank Zuring. How you doing today, sir? I know I asked you that already, but elaborate a little bit more. Doing pretty well. Excellent. Love it.
Doing great. The temperature's finally, I was just going to say the temperature is finally airing on the side of positive instead of negative, so we're doing good here.
Oh, good. Okay, nice. I like to hear it. But yeah, no. As I was just telling Frank, I hate today. I just tweeted out a few moments ago. I hate today because yes, it's April Fool's, and I just remember last year I got maybe at least once, maybe twice by something, and I didn't like it, and it's probably going to happen today again too. I'm going to get some notification or see some tweet or something like that, and I'm going to get super excited about it, and it's going to wind up not being true because today's April Fool's Day. But anyways, we'll see what happens. But yes, thank you if you're watching us. Yes, thank you for joining. Please give us a comment and let us know if you're a bot or not. But anywho, this is Detecting Intelligence, and yeah, it's a daily live show that Frank and I are going to be doing or have been doing for a little bit now at 9 a.m. Eastern on weekdays, and we're just going to be giving you the latest AI, AGI, ASI trending stuff, and we might even throw in a little Web3, crypto, some of that stuff too. Well, we're going to keep it to a tight 30, tight 45 as usual. You know, we're that kind of show because we have lives, and we know you do too, or at least we assume you do. So we want to get you back out there and doing things and as soon as possible. But we want to give you all the trending information that we feel like you can potentially use today, or at least be aware of. Isn't that right, Frank?
You hit the nail on the head, my friend.
Excellent. Do you want to start off with yours first, or we just get right into it?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I think this is an interesting topic, and we've got no fake news here today as well, too, for April Fool. It's just everybody. If you're wondering if what we're going to be talking about is to try and throw you off, we're not going to do that here. But yeah, let's get right into it. I'm going to share my screen.
Frank doesn't speak for me.
Watch out for Ronnie.
I might throw a curveball at you guys, but we'll see. But yeah.
So this is actually an interesting model that's come out. Let me just put this up on stage. Awesome. So this is it's not new news. This has been out for a little bit, but it's been getting a lot of discussion lately, just around AI generation and simulation theory. Actually, funny enough. So this is Genie 3. For those that aren't familiar with Genie 3, it's quite an impressive system that just through a prompt, you can create a whole world. And it's a world that has continuous creation as you move through it. I don't know, Ronnie, maybe I'll start by playing the video. But
yeah, let's do it. The audio's working on will work right?
I think so. Let's check this out.
We won't get copyrighted. I can't imagine they're using like licensed music, but they might be. We'll see.
Yeah. Let's see if this works. Can you see full screen here?
Yeah. It looks good.
Okay.
What you're seeing are not games.
Can you hear audio?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's start from the top.
All right.
What you're seeing are not games or videos. They're worlds. Each one of these is an interactive environment generated by Genie 3, a new frontier for world models. With Genie 3, you can use natural language to generate a variety of worlds and explore them interactively, all with a single text prompt. Let's see what it's like to spend some time in a world. Genie 3 has real-time interactivity, meaning that the environment reacts to your movements and actions. You're not walking through a pre-built simulation.
Wow.
Everything you see here is being generated live as you explore it. And Genie 3 has world memory. That's why environments like this one stay consistent. World memory even carries over into your actions. For example, when I'm painting on this wall, my actions persist. I can look away and generate other parts of the world. But when I look back, the actions I took are still there. And Genie 3 enables promptable events, so you can add new events into your world on the fly. Something like another person or transportation. Or even something totally unexpected. You can use Genie to explore real-world physics and movement, and all kinds of unique environments. You can generate worlds with distinct geographies, historical settings, fictional environments, and even other characters. We're excited to see how Genie 3 can be used for next-generation gaming and entertainment. And that's just the beginning. Worlds can help with embodied research, training robotic agents before working in the real world, or simulating dangerous scenarios for disaster preparedness and emergency training. World models can open new pathways for learning, agriculture, manufacturing, and more. We're excited to see how Genie 3's world simulation can benefit research around the world.
What do you think, Ronnie? What are your first thoughts about that?
Right before he mentioned it, I'm like, this is going to be fantastic for learning, just for learning, for educating people on virtually any topic, situation, event. It's going to be a fantastic tool for those purposes, especially if you're like a visual, people don't like to read. I don't like to read. I pretend I like to read, but I don't like to read because I kind of have issues remembering things that I'm reading. I have to go, like, after a couple of sentences, I'm like, shoot, what was I reading? And I have to go back and start the paragraph over again. So I might have a learning disability, but anyways, I know I'm not alone in that sense, but for visual people, this is a fantastic tool. And I think, and I really hope that, it gets used for, for those purposes. But then also the gaming aspect of it.
Yeah.
The gaming is going to be insane. And I have my friends that that I remain in contact, my old childhood friends, and they all have children now. And, they're not really super techie, but I try to, hint at them here and there, like, hey, your kids are not going to go to school the same way we did. Like, hey, like, your kids are going to grow up with robot friends, man. Like, that's just the nature of the beast that's happening right now. But then also their kids are going to be able to create any video game that they want to play and be able to play it within a few minutes.
Yeah, that's wild.
Imagine you and I, Frank, when we were growing up and we had Nintendo and Game Boy and Sega Genesis, like the idea of even inventing a game was we weren't even thinking about. We were just happy to have, something to distract ourselves with. But wow, just even as an adult, just like, wow, whatever game I can think up, I'm going to be able to build, the same day. But now that this is the world that, the children are going to be entering, and this is going to be absolutely normal to them, and they're not going to understand how we even entertained ourselves back in the day. Anyway, I'm going to stop there for a second, but yes, love this tool. It's great. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think you hit all of the main check boxes for me as well too.
Right,
I think back to, listen, I think back to like the choose your own adventure novels.
Yes.
And just think about like that now amplified with this kind of technology where you can experience this world, and then in real time, based off of the decisions, it impacts the world, right? Like, I think that is super cool. I remember a lot of hype a couple of years ago around Stable Diffusion, another platform that was getting a lot of press because of this exact thing, world generation, and people were using it, to on the fly, like create these environments. But there was a lot of nuances to it where you could tell that, it kind of felt like a dream state in a way, because it was like weird shapes and fuzzy, and just to see the smoothness of this. And I'm very interested in the memory component as well too, that they talk
Right.
about, that once you've explored this world, that it retains that generation, right? So now it's like adding on to the world where, if let's say you are a storyteller and you want to create a rich environment that people can explore the story within, this is a great tool for that. You could generate the world first, and then if it does stay, and that's how I'm interpreting this, maybe through like a shareable link, you can say, hey, explore this world on your own, and you can have prompts that have certain events happen at certain places, in this world, which makes just the sharing of information, and sharing the concept I have in my head for you to experience in your own environment and your own way, just that much more impactful with this kind of technology. So yeah, super excited about it.
Yeah, super excited. Yeah, like we both said, super excited.
Yeah.
And also, I'm just thinking about the collaboration opportunities that exist here. Like, okay, like you can set up a world and then just share a link for everyone to come in and explore. But then also that maybe there are certain, I don't know if this is built in, but I'm sure you can or whatever, but maybe you can build in, permissions where, okay, certain people where everybody can just come in, and now everybody has editing permissions, and now people can come into this world then and change things and add things and remove things. And now this is just one big collaboration, kind of like life right now. Yeah. But this is just like one big, it could just be one big like art piece even or whatever. But yeah, just there's the multiplayer collaboration aspect of it is really interesting to me also as a wannabe creator, wannabe artist or whatever. So I find that aspect of this really cool. But the more important part for me is the education aspect of this, being able to just launch people into an experience and learn about something, or just experience anything in general, but more precisely just learn about something. Because I don't know if you've looked out the window, Frank, but a lot of us need to do a lot of learning about things. So anywho, but yeah, no, really looking forward to this. Is this available now?
Yeah, this has been out for a little while, so you can experiment with it already. One of the interesting topics as well too that came up on a podcast, which was Diary of a CEO, actually just recently, is that they believe that with the advent of this technology, it's proof that we're living in a simulation, which I think is kind of an interesting thought. That one of the pieces of the puzzle here is that, can we recreate environments? And this certainly looks like it's a step closer to that. So who knows? Maybe we're already in a deep mind of some sort.
Well, yeah, no, it's a funny it's definitely a fascinating rabbit hole. I feel like I've beaten that horse to death already. I mean, because I was just thinking about the simulation so much, but whatever. But just really quick, Frank, I believe we've broken our viewer record. I believe the last time, believe the record was 7, and now we have 9 viewers. But anyways, if you're a human viewer, let us know if you think we are currently in a simulation. Just simple yes or no would be fine. Otherwise, Frank and I are going to carry on to the next story. Frank?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. And yes, we are bearing the lead. Sorry if you're tuning in for the Claude code, but we will get to that shortly. Okay, but first, Oracle lays off thousands amid AI data center push. All right, the layoff struck sales, support, cloud engineering, and other teams, with Indian reports estimating up to 30,000 global cuts, including 12,000 in India, while U.S. outlets confirmed thousands affected, like 491 in Washington State. Frank, do you want to share we talked about this briefly before the show here. If you could just repeat, do you remember what you said about this push, or did it get lost back into the ether?
Yeah, no. I recall. So yeah,
give us your feedback. Yeah, because you had some good feedback on this.
Yeah, I think we see more and more companies cutting jobs with AI, and I think it's, in my opinion, the wrong way to look at this. I think AI should be enabling them to do more. And companies have an opportunity, instead of saving money, to make more money. And that's where I think, they've got this wrong, where, yeah, it's great, this technology can do a lot, but if you're removing people from the picture, if you're in a company that creates products and consumables for people, then you're taking money out of people's pockets, and then essentially taking money out of your own pocket, because people aren't going to be able to buy the offerings that you have. And too, I think that's one of the biggest concerns that people have right now with AI, is they've got this anxiety of job loss and things that may happen because of their head office or their corporate office adopting AI and cutting their job. But I think this is where, if you can demonstrate as an individual that you have an understanding of AI and you can make that known within your company, it should have the reverse effect and create more stickiness for you. So it's a little bit disheartening to see when companies use this as a means to cut employment. I will say, though, and at the risk of being attacked here for this, that I do think it's a good thing for bringing jobs back to North America, because I do think here we've had this huge exodus of corporations shipping jobs overseas for cost savings, and that's really impacted our society here and the middle class, and not only Canada but the United States as well too. So I'm in favor of maybe this bringing back more jobs to North America.
If that happens, I'm in favor of that as well. Obviously, of course. So here's a few more details. So people that were affected received an email about their termination at 6 a.m. And apparently, so the amount that they're laying off, 20 to 30K, is 18% of its global workforce.
Crazy.
That is a huge cut, and it also appears it's going to free up $8 to $10 billion in cash flow. That is those numbers. That's a pretty big layoff, and also that's a lot of savings. But look, this is, I mean, you heard it from Jensen Huang and Sam Altman. And Elon Musk, of course. I mean, really, as if I was aliens that came down and met Earth and encountered Earth for the first time, I would just slowly observing them for a day. I'd be like, oh, okay, these people's sole purpose on this rock is to turn this rock into one big battery or one big computer, because all signs point to that. And then we're even going so far as to put these things over our head in midair, orbiting around us. But anywho, yeah, look, I mean, that's just if you're in the tech world, this is the push right now, and nothing else matters. Nothing else matters. It's data centers and robots and LLMs. That's it.
That's it. Yep.
That's it, man. So this is so we'll see if this in fact turns out to bring some of these people back to North America. Then of course, yes, I'm all for it. But unfortunately for right now, it's, sorry for the folks that are affected by this, and it sucks because having to go out into the market right now and look for a job is not easy. I know from experience, and that's why I'm talking to you guys now on YouTube. Anywho, what else? Do we have anything else to say on the topic here? Oh, new record, 10 people.
No, I think it certainly is.
I am on my personal X. Yes.
It certainly is a sign of the times, right? We're seeing more and more of this. Like Amazon's doing it. All the tech companies are doing it.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but you know what? Best time to start learning AI, right? Like this is the time to learn it. And as you said, the job market being as rough as it is, there's a ton of opportunities to build your side hustle now that you maybe didn't have even a few months ago. So there was one thing my father taught me, which I try to live by as much as possible, and that is, you can't be reliant on one source of income. You need to have streams of income, especially, I would say even more so now than at the time he shared that with me. And it's true. If you are putting all your eggs in one basket and then you become obsolete, at least in the company's mind, then that puts you into a very difficult situation. So, having multiple streams of revenue just makes you a little more resilient, and AI is honestly the best tool to help you do that.
Yeah, if you're an idea person, this is your time. This is our time. If you've had something on the back burner, like the dozen or so things that I've been putting on the back burner for lack of discipline, personally speaking, now is the time to throw these things at a chatbot and make some progress on it, because you don't know what you have on your hands there. People are making a lot of money on really, like, not dumb, but like really boring ideas. And they're bringing, they're generating thousands, if not tens of thousands of revenue monthly. So yeah, so if you're that person that's right now in between jobs or afraid that you're going to lose yours, or you're training someone else to replace you, yeah, no, I mean, the AI now is definitely the sector to get into, and we might even have something for you, but we can't announce that yet. Well, maybe we did very quickly, or maybe Frank is about to. Who knows?
No, you know what? We'll keep that maybe for a future episode.
Shoot.
But some stuff coming for sure. But I would say you don't even need to be a creative person anymore.
No.
With some of these tools now,
you don't even have to be a techie person.
No, one tool to highlight, and we're not sponsored by or have any affiliate deals with, is paperclip.ing. All you have to do is give it a goal. And that goal can be as simple as earn me $10,000 a month of reoccurring revenue, and it will figure things out. So, I don't even think you need to be a creative person anymore. You just need to be, you just need to show up. Really, I think that is the ultimate thing, is just show up and sit down at the computer and put the little bit of time in.
You don't even have to you don't even have to sit down at the computer. Just show up by like opening up your phone and load, ChatGPT or Perplexity or, Claude or, whatever app. I mean, a lot of these chatbots have apps in the App Store that, I think even Claude now, you can access Claude Computer via your mobile. You can access Dispatch via your mobile. These are all tasks that behave as agents that you can, chat with and interact with from on the go, like on the subway platform or on the bus or wherever you are. Yeah, we're going to get into more of that stuff, of course. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that Frank and I have planned and that Frank is working on that we can't share yet, but very soon. Maybe even as soon as next week. But we'll see. Frank is biting his tongue so hard right now. I see it. All right, folks. All 10 of you, however many of you are human, this is what you've been waiting for. A viral post claims that Anthropic's Claude code source code was accidentally exposed via an NPM. NPM stands for Node Package Manager registry, making large portions of the code base publicly accessible. Someone even built a browsable interface so people could explore it like a product. No official confirmation yet, but the dev community is buzzing hard, and oh boy, have they been buzzing hard for the last 24 hours. I feel like it was soon after that you and I ended our show yesterday that like this popped out. I'm like, oh, here we go. Well, I know what we're talking about tomorrow, which is today. And yeah, Frank, so what does your timeline look like? Have you dug down into this a little bit? This is, yeah, was this Anthropic themselves that leaked this stuff? I have to imagine now at this point that these people are doing it themselves to, just to get us talking about it. And I'm fine if that's what they're doing, because it's all fun and good and fascinating. It's a distraction from all the other crap that's going on for me that I can't look away from. But anyways, Frank, yeah, rant over for now. What are your thoughts on this leak?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes for good press. I think every influencer and everyone that talks about AI jumped on the bandwagon yesterday as soon as this dropped. I think I even saw one account from Australia claiming to be the guy who accidentally released it and has been fired from Anthropic.
I saw that today, though. I think I just followed him too. I saw that post today.
But hey, remember what day we're on, my friend.
I know. Well,
Australia is a significant amount of time ahead of us too, which is something I didn't account for when I first read it. They're operating at 15 or plus hours ahead of us. So April Fool's comes early for their post.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. And I did consider that, and I did look at, because before I follow somebody, I look at who else is following them that I'm following. So I did look at that as well. I'm like, all right, there are enough people following this guy that I know, so I'm going to give him a follow. Wasn't solely based on that tweet, but anyways, it was part of it. But you're not wrong. What were we going to say, Frank?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of interesting things that came out of this. One of the biggest takeaways for me was just the planned model releases, and that we still have a couple of different versions of models before we get to like these larger breakthrough models. So yeah, that was kind of my biggest takeaways, that we got an Opus 4.7 potentially coming out, but it's still hard to know like how accurate this is. Like what did you hear? What were your key takeaways? And do you feel this is real? I'm kind of curious to know what your thoughts are.
I feel like it was real. I mean, just based on all the accounts that I saw talking about it, even Alex Finn, friend of the show, chimed in about it, and he was flipping his light. He couldn't. He's like, I was going to use his tweet too. Maybe I can find it here real quick, just to get just so we could see his response to it. Here we go.
Love Alex Finn.
Yeah. Unreal. The entire Claude code source code just leaked. It reveals every secret Anthropic has in store for Claude. I went through all 600,000 lines of code. Here's everything you need to know. Yada 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 yada. So give them a follow. Go here if you want to find out more of the details. Here, proactive mode is coming. Claude code will be able to dream. That sounds really interesting. Well, let's just go through here right now real quick. No more permission needed. I'm just going to go to the highlights. Agentic payments are coming. That's a big one. More models coming soon. Duh, that's a given. These are massive updates. Yes, to say the least. Very, very, very. These are massive updates indeed, if true. And if true, I mean, wow, look, I mean, the agentic payments is huge because that we know already, or some of us are messing around with this stuff every day. Know already that we're just going to have agents interacting on the internet on our behalf, with limited supervision. So there's going to be a lot of things that they're going to be doing on our behalf without our permission, but with with guardrails, of course. The Claude being able to dream, what the hell is that about? Not sure I like that. Sounds cool. But yeah, so anyway, who knows if all this is true? We'll find out when Claude starts shipping, if they start shipping some of this stuff.
Well, I just had a quick peek to see like if there was actually a response from Anthropic, and they have claimed that this was due to human error, not a data leak, which is interesting. So they just wanted to kind of confirm right off the bat that data is secure on their platform, which I guess is a strong position to come from. But yeah, there's been some interesting things, and I think one of the other things I wasn't aware of until just recently, just looking up some of this stuff as we talk here, is that there is a Claude code Tamagotchi style pet that they're working on, and that it's a very always on agent. Yeah, so interesting stuff. I think Claude has been shipping like crazy these last couple of days. Like, it just seems like everybody is talking about Claude. And I've even noticed, quite a few influencers and communities have shifted to like an all Claude kind of focus. So I mean, these guys are starting to dominate. I'm sure OpenAI and some of these other players are starting to kind of get a little concerned.
Yeah, they are. I mean, it's almost odd how much they're shipping. I mean, there used to be before the last month or two or so when Claude was just, I mean, it was every other day. But before that, there was kind of like a cadence that you can follow almost or notice between all of the the big AI companies, Perplexity and Claude and OpenAI and and some of the Chinese models also. Like there was kind of like a pattern to the cadence almost. I don't know that any of that makes sense, but lately Anthropic it's every other day. It's it's a new feature, it's a new product, it's a new app, it's a new capability. I'll say it again, when it comes to competition, I love it in this space.
Yeah, I agree.
It is so cool. New record, 12 viewers.
That's great.
Yeah, except we don't know if any of you are human. But anyways, regardless of the fact.
Even a comment that says I'm human is It's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah, or flip us the birdie or something, or whatever. I don't care.
Yeah.
Just like, are there any humans out there? Anyway, Frank, that's it.
Yeah, we hit the 30-minute mark, man. I think we're good.
All right. Do we want to talk about just detecting intelligence in general for in case any of we got 12 people. I can't imagine any of them have been following us since for the last few weeks. I have to imagine some of them are new. Do you want to tell them about the show and what we got planned here, newsletter and all that jazz?
We can do it quickly. I do have a hard stop because I have to jump to another meeting here myself. But I think Ronnie and I are getting together today. We're going to be digging into just finalizing the website, the newsletter, and the pre-show. Lots of good stuff coming. Really hope that those that are here with us will sign up and partake, and we can start engaging a little bit more around these topics on the show together. And would love to hear from the community, what your opinions are on these pieces.
Absolutely. And yeah, if you like what we're talking about, we even want to, have you on the show, if anything, just start chatting with you folks. But hold on. Okay. I keep using that sound, but we're going to find a different sound. But for now, we're going to use that one. That's it. We're going to be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Eastern and Friday as well. And just give us a like, subscribe, and don't miss it. But until then, adios.
Bye for now.
Today's evidence is logged. The timeline has been updated, and the future remains under investigation. If you found this useful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss the next analysis. You can also drop your questions in the comments. We read them, we use them, we investigate them. And for deeper dives, join the newsletter at detectingintelligence.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time, friend.